started. Hopefully you have something to drink. So, or if you don't, you can give us a spiritual air toast here in a second. But we're so glad all of you could come. And the father of the bride who's going to join us up here for a toast.
You guys, wherever you go, whatever you do, you love him as he loves you. And as you travel through your world, singing songs, holding hands, playing music, and watching bands, think of us every once in a while. We love you much. You make us smile. Congratulations, Emma, Jeremy, to all of you.
For those of you who didn't know, that was Steve James. And that's Emily's father. Yeah. And we have Victor is Jeremy's dad. And, yeah, brother, real deal.
Okay. I'm going to wing it here. Emily, a burgeoning flower full of vitality, just starting to grow. What a wonderful person. Jeremy's steadfast, upright, power comes from deep, deep within. They came together through music, of course. You know, Plato tells us that music is the most powerful of all endeavors. It penetrates the rhythm and the melody, penetrate deep within our soul, and give us grace and purity and knowledge of good and justice. This is what brought them together, and that spirit brought them together. So I'm reminded of the story of Pyramus and Thisbe. I don't know if you're familiar with that. This is the ancient Greek myth that the bard Shakespeare drew upon from his story of Romeo and Juliet. Now, as we know, that did not have a happy ending. Why? The spirit of Pyramus and Thisbe, I think, is very appropriate to Emily and Jeremy. They were among the most fair and true and pure and just people in all of ancient Babylon. And they lived one on either side of a great stone wall and could only communicate with each other through a crack in the wall. They would kiss the wall, their lips never met. This is what Jeremy and Emily were. Now, those whispers through the crack in the wall were the internet. It was the cyber world. That's how they communicated. That's what their crack in the wall was. And their love, because of that separation, burned more hotly. And eventually, that wall broke down. And here they are. Okay? Then, very much less so, the vision that I have of them, and you can tell I love them both very much, is that of another ancient couple, an iconic couple. And that would be Deucalion and Pyrrha. During the Great Flood, in which the entire world was submerged, they, alone, on their little raft, came to rest upon the very tip of Mount Parnassus, which was the only part of the earth that was unsubmerged. And they looked out over the vastness of the ocean. And as the waters receded, they could see the entire earth before them and the future of what the earth would regenerate in life. And they alone were all. Sister, wife, brother, husband. They alone were all. The future was just them. Time begins today. To Jeremy and Emily.
And I am Craig Brand. I am married to Emily's mother, Eileen Barassa. And it's interesting, we met just months before Jeremy and Emily met. We go to the ARC together as volunteers. So we met in like October, and they met in January the following year. So we've kind of found our relationships mirrored each other for a long time, and it's been great to meet Jeremy and Emily. I call Emily my step friend because we just met as adults. And, they're just such wonderful people to know, and their families are so great. So Emily and Jeremy are headed off to Montreal in a couple of days for their honeymoon, and then Emily and Jeremy are moving to Jacksonville in June, if you didn't know, for a fellowship that Emily's pursuing down there with the University of Florida. So we wish them well. Here's to your health and happiness, and safe journeys ahead. So cheers, everybody, and one more toast to Emily and Jeremy. Oh, okay, so we are gonna get started with food. Irene's helping us out with that, and she's just gonna kind of come table to table and let you know when it's your turn to come on up. And the food's, you probably already snuck back there and saw the different Slows barbecue down in Detroit. So we're all looking forward to that. So thank you and enjoy your meal, everybody.